everyone, welcome back. I'm Brielle, Breeze Tarot, and I felt called to do a nice little reading for, right before you meet your soulmate, after meeting them, and then just little factors, leading up to union, okay? So, basic, pick a pile. We have pile number 1, the chakra bracelet. Pile number 2, this tiger's eye bracelet, the little charm on it. Pile number 3, this purple bracelet, okay? You can pause the video if you want. You can concentrate on either the number 1, 2, 3 or the bracelet itself, whatever floats your boat, okay? And without further ado, I'm going to get started, all right? I hope you guys can hear me well. I'm sitting in a little hammock chair, so I hope that my voice doesn't awkwardly just swing back and forth. All right. So pile number 1. Right before meeting your soulmate, right after meeting them, and then, elements leading up to union, okay? So first card we have Prudence, the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. We have Failure in the reverse, 7 of Pentacles. We have Power, the 4 of Pentacles. We have the Lovers in the reverse. Clarifier cards. We have the Devil, 2 of Cups in the reverse. Okay, Knight of Pentacles, the Emperor, and then key themes, basically, we have Uranus and the Sun in the reverse, both in the reverse. Okay, so, hope you guys can hear me well. So, normally with these readings, how I do my layouts, I do overall energy, their energy, mutual energy, and your energy. It's gonna be a little bit different this time because it's my own layout, so basically it just depends on how I do my own, intention when I lay out the cards. So I'm gonna read it as this is what you both are kind of going through before meeting each other, This is still gonna be their energy. This will be more your energy, and this will kind of be outcome, and then just the themes like I said before. So let's look at this. There's some Virgo and Taurus energy and Capricorn energy, okay? So there could be a lot of heavy earth signs because as you can see on these cards, it shows the signs right there, okay? So yeah, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, that's actually really funny. And then of course Gemini with the Lovers card, but basically it's very heavy Pentacles energy. So you or them could be, earth signs. You might, there might be a lot of key factors with you guys coming together around winter time because when readers do time predictions with the cards, they associate Pentacles with winter. Part of me also wants to associate it with the fall as well. I'm not even really sure why. I feel like it's just because it's just that earthy vibe, nature and leaves falling down to the ground and everything, so yeah, I think actually that's the other interpretation of it. So yeah, I'm getting more fall, winter vibes, so that could be when you meet them. Okay, but either way, let's get started. So, okay, so the 8 of Pentacles, 8 is about movement, and because it's in the reverse, I feel like it might be certain things aren't really moving forward how you want it to. This could be regarding work or even school, because 8 of Pentacles is that's someone who's learning, that's an apprentice, is a student, so yeah, for some of you, you could be learning a new skill or getting a new job or whatever, right before you meet this person or they meet you, okay? This could literally be one or the other's energy. This is just the overall energy at first. You might, like I said, in the fall, you might meet at school, okay, whether it's a university or high school, or, for some of you who feel like you meet your soulmate at a younger age, I'm already burping, so yeah, that could be a confirmation for some of you guys. But we have the Devil card here. So I feel like I'm kind of getting, it's like it might not physically be school for some of you guys. It could be like something you had to learn. I feel like there might be some toxic relationships right before you meet this person, and you have to kind of learn to walk away from them, okay? Because like when the 8 is in cups, it talks about walking away and, you know, drifting. I kind of feel like it's that energy here, because again, 8 is about movement. I feel like for some of you, like, you may have been stuck in a pretty toxic situation with this Devil card here, okay? Oh, I didn't mean to push those cards like that. Let's make it look pretty for y'all. So yeah, like, I'm kind of getting, for some of you, if you didn't meet this person in school or high school, it could be like maybe one or both of you, you know, had like a high school sweetheart or something that you left behind, okay? It's like, I feel like this card, this 8 of Pentacles, is symbolizing a lot of different things for different viewers, okay? So yeah, school, just learning lessons in general. Again, high school sweethearts, which is a little specific. It might be for like literally a few of you guys, you know. But you know that whole gist where you know, you feel like your high school sweetheart is the one, and then usually right after you graduate high school, give it like a few months and then you guys break up, you know, like that type of thing. So that could be a thing where like you were them, you know, you're with someone who you thought you were going to marry, you know, like that type of thing, and then it just didn't work out, and it was a little disappointing. Maybe things, you know, didn't really turn out how you were hoping it would, and then things just kind of fizzled out, okay? Let's see, what else? Spirit is really saying, read that card intuitively, bitch, because like, I feel like it has nothing really to do with the 8 of Pentacles, but all these messages are just kind of coming to me right now, like in a different sense than what it would have the denotative meaning for. I feel this, like, just feeling of like restraint, okay, like very uncomfortable energy, okay? So yeah, like it could be a high school sweetheart for others of you. It was just like a toxic friendships, like I said, okay? I feel like those two are coming up a lot. So like literally, it could be like, say you are leaving behind an old, you know, group of friends who, you know, maybe you were with them for a while, you know, like it's almost like your karmic were friends and their karmic was a romantic relationship, vice versa, okay? Like if you're the one that had the romantic relationship and they're the one that had the friends, doesn't matter who's who. I'm not addressing this specific person yet, but I do feel like for this theme, both of you guys were walking away from something karmic, and it was like a lesson. I'm getting like a lesson, not a blessing, you know, like that little phrase. So yeah, it was like a type of connection where initially you thought it was good for you, you know, you had a really good time with this person or these people, but then things just kind of took a turn for the worse, okay? So yeah, I'm just getting like, just letting go, you know? Just heavy themes of letting go for you guys, alright? And we'll get more to themes right here. So now let's just go to like your person and certain things that they'll be kind of dealing with. So we have the Failure card in the reverse. Again, this Taurus energy right here, and this is the 7 of Discs, okay? So it's almost like working backwards, starting from square one, okay? If this is especially applying to your person. We do have the 2 of Cups in the reverse, okay? So again, I'm feeling like your person definitely did have maybe like it doesn't have to be a high school sweetheart, but you know, just like they were in a relationship with someone, they felt like they were the one, but then things just kind of took a turn for the worse. So I feel like this is more hinting at, you know, the failure of a past relationship, not, you know, with you guys. This is before you guys meet, okay? So it's like they just get out of a relationship not too long before they meet you. You know, it could be like a few months, you know, but yeah, not too long before they meet you. Maybe from like you know, summer to fall time, you know, like that type of thing, or winter to spring, you know. But I'm getting more like, yeah, summer to fall-ish time. Maybe they were in a relationship with someone and they break up with them. They're kind of just going through the motions, you know, upset after, you know, losing someone that they thought that they loved, you know, because we do have the Two of Cups here. So it's like the minor arcana of the Lovers. I really feel like this could have been their first love, you know, or just a really strong, you know, a strong bond that they had with this person. I feel like it's more of a one-on-one thing, not just like a group of friends, but like a more of a one-on-one situation here. And it's almost like when that ended, they were kind of telling themselves like, I just have to wait, just keep waiting, because I feel like something better is gonna come along, you know. I was hoping it would be this one. I feel like, honestly, for some, before they meet you, this person that like they break up with, they might be kind of holding out hope, like thinking that one day they'll come back together with this past person, you know, but this person could be their karmic. So they feel that like maybe one day I'll come back together with this person, we'll get back together, and then little do they know they're gonna meet you in a matter of like a, you know, a couple months or so. And this could be past tense, this could have already happened for you guys if you already feel like you know your person. Otherwise, this very well might be like what will happen when you meet your person, like they recently got out of a relationship, and you'll somehow find this out, okay? But yeah, because that's skull head right there. I'm just getting like heavy, you know, transformation, death, endings, beginnings. So it's like they're trying to look at the bright side of it. I feel like they're trying to be very optimistic, you know, in a way. But especially that Sun card right there. But yeah, I feel like they're trying to be a little optimistic, but they're still heartbroken. I feel like they have like a little bit of a hopeless romantic energy here, and they really felt like that person they initially were thinking about was their person, you know, like seriously. And it's like, and then Spirit is like, just wait, boo, not yet. You haven't met pile one yet, you know. So, ow, I just like scratched my head. Ouch. Okay. So, alright, now let's look at you and like where you'll be right before you guys meet each other, okay? So, okay, so Power, the Four of Discs, and the Knight of Pentacles. I'm getting this energy for you guys. You might have this very reserved and closed off energy, like, I feel like for some of you, you may have not really been in a romantic relationship. Like, it was more just friendships, like I said, how like they could have been ending a romantic relationship and you could be ending a friendship, okay? I feel like in this point in time, right before you meet them, you'll kind of feel like a little vulnerable in a way, but you don't want to show it. It's like you'll be a little possessive over some friends, because I feel like, you know, it's like you've seen how things happen with old friends and how things didn't work out, and I feel like you're afraid that might happen again. So yeah, I feel like what's gonna happen here right before you guys meet each other, you know, you might get like a whole new group of friends, whatever, and I feel like you're going to be very possessive over them. You're going to be very protective over them, you know. I feel like you're very much like a, this is mine, this belongs to me, like that type of energy, okay? Because like the Four of Pentacles, it's like a very greedy energy, and again, it is a possessive energy where it's like, this is mine, I don't want anyone else, you know. It's like hoarding it, you know. So like literally, like even just in how you view your friendships, you could be like, these are my friends and I don't want anyone to take my friends away from me. I feel like you might have a little bit of a power complex or a power dynamic type of thing, like in your other relationships before you meet this person, and that might be a factor in just learning to let go, again, like a learning lesson, and like, you know, maybe like being a little too concerned with getting the upper hand, but not realizing that like you've end up becoming like the, you know, the more domineering person, so to be careful with that. If this was in the past, then look back and see if you've grown from that, of course. But I'm getting with this this Knight of Pentacles. Okay, I'm getting like, in general, it's slow to open up, okay? So this could definitely be something that will impact, you know, your connection with your person. You're gonna have a really hard time opening up to people and being vulnerable. Like I said, like, you know, you'll be in a very vulnerable place if you lost people that were close to you at the time. But at the same time, you don't like to express your feelings, your emotions. You like to stay closed off. It's like you have a poker face. It's like, this person might understand you like no one else has ever has. I feel like, because just the way how it's coming out, I kind of feel like, you know, this is a thing that you're going to have to overcome. You know, just like with this person, they're gonna have to overcome, I guess, you know, like they'll have to release their ex. They'll have to let go of this person that they once loved, thinking initially that it was their soulmate, it was their future spouse, because they have to make room for their relationship with you. And I feel like, you know, something you'll have to overcome is not being so closed off and opening up to people a little faster, a little sooner, you know, not necessarily spilling everything about yourself, you know, but again, with this gate right here, it's like you're a gatekeeper of your own soul. That was deep. Wow. Damn. But yeah, it's like you're like the gatekeeper of your own emotions, and like you really don't like to let people know how you feel about certain things. I really just feel a very closed off energy, okay? Maybe shyness, but I just feel like it's almost like a defense mechanism, and this is going to be something you're going to have to learn from and overcome, okay? Like, going back to this, because again, like, I feel like these two cards are just speaking so many different layers. Like, there are layers to these two cards here, but definitely I just feel like it's all about it's all a learning experience, or something you will have to learn, because right before you guys meet each other, or, you know, years before you guys met each other, these might have been, like, you know, fatal flaws that you both have, okay? Like, yeah, hopeless romantic and someone who just doesn't open up at all, you know? These could be like factors you guys both have, and you need to learn how to release it, learn how to let it go, okay? It's karmic. It's again, it's a fatal flaw. So yeah, I feel like with this person, like, once you guys get to a good place, like, you know, long after you guys meet and you guys really come together finally, I feel like this is definitely going to be someone that, like, even if you don't tell them everything, they know you, like, they get you, because you're each other's soul, you mirror each other, you know, you have the same energy, and it's like they'll be able to understand you without you having to say it, and I feel like that's going to be something you'll admire, because it's almost like you want people to read your mind, and then they don't, and you're like, okay, well, I gave you permission to read my subconscious, and you didn't. But I feel like this person really will, they'll understand you, okay? Ooh, that was strong. Okay, so, like, coming into union, we have the Lovers in the reverse and the Emperor card, which is very interesting. So, obviously, the Lovers, that's, you know, those are the soulmates, that's the pair, so that's nice that this came out in a soulmate reading. But low-key, how it's in the reverse and just those hands up in the sky, I'm almost getting, like, I'm getting Judgment vibes, you know? Like, you know, redemption. So, okay, this is what I'm feeling. I feel like this is saying, like, again, like, you guys, like, the period between when you guys meet each other and when you guys come into union, it definitely will take a really long time. It might take a couple of years, but I feel like it's something that's definitely not going to happen overnight. I feel like, I'm almost feeling like the divine masculine energy with this Emperor card might be aware of the connection before the feminine, which is crazy, because usually it's the other way around, or at least so we believe, you know, like the divine feminine is like the chaser and the divine masculine is the runner energy. But I kind of feel like deep down, you know, the divine masculine is gonna know, because again, like, that hopeless romantic energy, I feel like you'll be so, like, you'll be so unconcerned with them at first when you meet them, but, like, they have this, like, you know, this very hopeless romantic energy about them that I feel like, yeah, when they see you, when they meet you, like they'll just know. They'll know, and you might be doubting it at first. Okay, because again, it's gonna take you a minute to open up. I feel like, yeah, I feel like even though your person is aware, again, it's more like on a higher self level, it's more like a higher consciousness, but they might be afraid to say anything at first. So again, it's gonna take you guys a while, you know, before you come together, but they're gonna know before you do. And not to say that, you know, obviously the divine feminine does find out later too, but yeah, I just feel like with this pile it's different. I just feel like divine masculine's gonna know first. Like it's almost like they're gonna be awakened to the connection first. Even if they don't fully know, oh, this is my soulmate, they'll just feel a vibe with you. Like they'll know something, they'll sense something, they'll feel it strongly with you. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out if I want to pull those cards. I'm gonna look at those cards, obviously. But yeah. So like, I feel like their higher self might be guiding you a lot, okay? And vice versa, like, you know, your higher self could be guiding them. But I feel like in the very beginning, you know, when their 3D self, like their physical self that you know, is gonna feel this vibe with you and feel like you guys have this really nice connection and that you guys like really, you know, like you mesh well, like you should be together, that type of vibe. Their higher self obviously knows for a fact that it's you, and I feel like their higher self, that's when they're gonna start sending you messages. Like it could be synchronized numbers, okay? It could be, you know, just little signs like that, like, you know, like the basic angel signs that you could think of, okay? Like you can see 44. Let's see what else. I'm just getting like I'm just getting the synchronicities just in like the 6, 7, 8 alone, and the fact that it's all pentacles. Like I'm just getting like a lot of synchronizations here. So yeah, like I definitely feel like you guys are gonna see a lot of synchronizations like right after you meet each other. Okay, this will be like a long time coming kind of connection, but again, it's like their higher self is gonna be guiding you the entire time, and it's like, when you guys meet each other, you don't even have to worry, like, oh, do they know that I'm their soulmate? Like, do they feel like, no, they already know. It's like they knew before you did. And it's like they're waiting for you to catch up almost. Okay? Like, you could even say that they have, like, you know, a love at first sight or something, you know? Thank you, Spirit. What else? Tell us about, like, you know, when pile 1 comes together with their soulmate. Okay, we have Mercury, which is a ruling planet for Gemini and Virgo. So again, like a lot of Earth energy and stuff. But let's see. It's weird because Mercury is the communication card. It is in the reverse though. So again, like I'm just getting higher self. Okay, like telepathic communication, like a lot of like I feel like what this might be saying is, before you guys finally come into union, you're going to get like more than ever, you know, like you may have gotten a shit ton of spiritual messages and hints and synchronizations and dreams and all that, whatever, like here and there from the time maybe right before you meet them, definitely after you meet them, but I feel like right before you guys come into union, the dreams are going to be crazy vivid. The synchronicities, the number, you know, all that stuff, the angel numbers, the signs everywhere, like it's going to be ridiculous. And it's almost like where you were around, like, you know, when you just met, all the way to like, you know, throughout the journey before you guys officially come together, you probably are like, oh my god, I see so many angel numbers, I see so many synchronicities, I see so many signs, like all the time. I feel like it's not even going to compare to like the surplus of spiritual messages that you'll be getting like right before you guys come together. And again, pay attention to the fall winter time, okay? I feel like that's really important. Okay. Also, I forgot to mention this is also Aries, okay? But like, yeah, that's very interesting. I'm getting like a little bit of an unconventional vibe between you two. Like you might both be let's see, like you might attract unconventional type of relationships, okay? It might even be the type of thing where you're in general not really each other's type, which I feel like that's usually a common thing with soulmates. Like you're not really gonna be each other's type, like different styles, different whatever, but at the same time it's like I feel like on the outside looking in, people are gonna look at your connection, but you know, between you and them, and just be like, wow, like the way that they connect, the way that they really get each other is immaculate. Like it's crazy, okay? But yeah, I want to look at this. And I suddenly feel sleepy, so again, it could be a lot of like dream messages here. So pay attention to your dreams, get a dream journal, you know. Okay, but yeah, so Uranus, like I said, it's like a very eccentric thing. It's unpredictable changes, rebellion, reformation, okay? And then, you know, with the Sun card, that's just self, you know, ego. That's your basic personality, is your consciousness. So I feel like there's gonna be a lot of, you know, spiritual, metaphysical type of themes that start to collide with your everyday self. I feel like it's going to show how like spiritual you guys both become once you meet each other. Like it's going to be like a 180, like your personalities, how you guys view the world, how you guys look at things, how you guys react to certain things. I feel like it's all going to change so drastically in a really good way. But yeah, it's going to be a very unpredictable change for both of you. But this definitely is like really triggering a transformation. I feel like that's like really important with you guys. Like I really feel like you guys are both like a phoenix, okay? You guys also might have like Scorpio somewhere in your chart, okay? But also Aquarius, maybe Leo, Virgo. You know, I mean, there are a lot of signs here, but just with the transformation vibes, I'm just getting a lot of like Scorpio energy. But of course, it depends. Not everyone's gonna have that. But let's see. That's interesting. Oh. For the Uranus card, there's like a wheel and it shows all of the signs. So it's almost like yeah, embodying all of the signs, all aspects of life. Just I feel like I'm just getting this energy of being very well-rounded, very like cultured, spiritual, again, like omnipresent, like just like seeing and feeling everything around you. Okay, I feel like that's definitely gonna be like, you know, like if you initially were just like both, you know, egocentric type of people, like not necessarily self-centered, you know, selfish, like not to say that you don't care about other people, but I feel like there might have been a moment where you weren't really aware of your surroundings, but that's gonna change. I feel like you'll have this really deep heightened awareness, okay? It could even be like an indigo child, or, you know, Age of Aquarius, okay, with the Uranus card. Like, it could be that type of thing where like you guys are meant to awaken before the general populace and just bring humanity to its awakening, like that type of thing. Let's relook at the Mercury card. I almost forgot that one. Oh yeah, I already looked at that. So yeah, like I said, mind, communication, language. So yeah. Might be. I already looked at that one. So yeah. telepathic communication, like I said, just like not direct communication because it is in the reverse, but I do feel like there's gonna be a lot of communication, although I feel like once you guys actually do get together, like you guys could like literally talk about anything. Like, again, you can talk about stuff that you might be afraid to talk about with other people, and they'll be on both sides, like not just with you and the whole opening up, but I feel like with them as well. Okay, definitely like a death to the ego. Okay, and like, you know, when you go through like your awakening and transformation, like, you know, you're not fully healed, you're never going to be fully healed, you're always growing, you're always healing, but I feel like it's going to be a total process, like, you know, like literally unlearning everything in your life, like life lessons, things that you've learned growing up, you know, things that you've been conditioned to learn in your society. You're really just, it's going to be so different, like you're really going to just drop all of that and just become newer people. And I feel like, again, when you guys meet each other, it's definitely going to trigger an ego drop, like it's going to trigger a death to your ego as you guys like kind of, you know, do a little ascension process. Okay. Whew. And I feel the need to reiterate again, it's like when you guys are coming into union again, heavy messages, more than you've gotten from this entire journey from when you first met them in the first place. Okay, like seriously, if you think you're seeing so many signs now, just wait until right before union. It's going to be crazy. Again, pay attention to your dreams, like I said, get a dream journal. I told this to my protege, I guess. I mentor this one person, and she gets a reading from time to time, and I just gave her a reading like literally a couple hours ago, and I just said, like, I saw this cool manifestation technique. If you want to memorize your dreams better, have vivid dreams, communicate with your soulmate through your dreams, whatever, you pour a glass of water, because like water is a great manifestation tool, because like, you know, it's form fitting, it's shape shifting, you know, so like it's easy to manipulate water. So yeah, pour water into a glass, and while you're pouring it, just think, or you can say out loud, you know, affirmations, and be like, I have very vivid dreams, I can remember all of my dreams, every single detail, I can communicate with my soulmate in my dreams, you know, whatever you want. And then put the glass of water under your bed and go to sleep. And then when you wake up the next day, just pour the water out. I did this once. You can do this literally every single night. You can do this one night, it doesn't matter. I think I did this maybe 1 or 2 times in a row, and then after that, my dreams over like the past month or so have been so insanely vivid. So if you want to try that, go ahead, because you might end up getting a lot of messages, you know, from their higher self right before union. And then like not only write them down, but also if you're noticing like certain themes keep coming up, then look that up and be like, why do I keep seeing this? You know, like for instance, I first saw my person in the cafeteria at my college, and there have been many times where I ran into them in the cafeteria. After they graduated, I saw them very briefly in the cafeteria right before coronavirus happened, or, you know, lockdown officially happened. And then in my dreams recently, I keep, it keeps being like I'm just in the cafeteria, whether it's in my elementary school, middle school cafeteria, or high school cafeteria, whatever. I always, you know, have a dream where I'm just randomly hanging out with my old friends in the cafeteria, and then I just kind of see them just walking in the distance, or, you know, and then the dream I just had last night, they weren't just off in the distance, they were actually with me, and I was sitting there with them, laying on their shoulder, and they're kissing my head, you know. So, you know, for me, I would be like, okay, what does, you know, cafeteria and a dream mean? Like, what does that mean? Okay, and that could talk about community, you know, because there's a lot of people, you know, stuff like that, you know. But yeah, so I would definitely like look that up, and just yeah, keep track of your dreams, write them down, especially because when you're writing them down, you'll better remember certain themes, and then when you notice those certain themes over and over again, then you can actually be like, okay, which key themes keep happening? Okay, what's going on about that? And then you can look it up, because some dreams are really random, but when you put it all together, then you know, you'll be able to differentiate between a random fever dream and like a deep spiritual dream. Okay, so all right, that is all for pile number 1. Okay, so again, just a lot of messages right before you guys come together, like officially into union, and a lot of like transformation and lessons with these particular things that I talked about that's gonna happen when you guys meet each other, after you guys meet, all that stuff. Okay, I hope that this resonated for you. I'm going to move on to pile number 2 and try to fix my chair because I'm like rocking all over the place and I don't know how to fix this. All right. Just trying to get closer to my desk. Okay. For those of you who chose pile number 2, the tiger's eye, let's see. So the Hierophant, Adjustment, which is the Judgment card. The Princess of Wands in the reverse, the Knight of Swords. Let's adjust these a little better. Okay. The Fool on its side, Seven of Wands, Two of Swords, King of Pentacles, Waning Crescent, Full Moon, Pluto, and Waxing Crescent as your themes. Okay, so let's see. So what's gonna happen right before you guys meet each other, after you guys meet, and then like, you know, what to expect right before union or during union. Okay, so we have the Hierophant card here. The Hierophant talks about higher learning, obviously spirituality. Let's see. I am kind of getting this vibe like you could literally be, you know, in college, and I feel like I kind of thought that for the last pile, but then I kind of corrected myself a little bit. But yeah, the Hierophant, again, it does talk about higher learning, so college could be one of the aspects. Obviously, not every single one of you are currently in college or went to college. Some of you could be a lot older, some of you could be a lot younger. Okay, this could be a religious thing, like, you know, maybe you share a religion with this person, and maybe you go to church or, you know, synagogue or temple, you know, whatever, together. Okay, like like the same religious affiliation, the same place. Okay, but in general, this doesn't necessarily have to like relate to you both physically, but just with the higher learning, I just feel like there will be like a lot of spirituality here. So like I was saying, like even before you guys meet each other and, like, you know, your awakening, you know, is triggered, I feel like you might have already had like a little bit of a spiritual awakening before you guys even meet each other. Like, you know how for some, meeting your soulmate does trigger a spiritual awakening, but I feel like for you guys, like for both of you guys, that would have already happened, you know, like you're already very spiritual people with even without, you know, meeting a soulmate. You already have like this higher knowledge. I feel like you already have this this connection to spirit. Okay, We have the Fool card on its side. So that's like a new beginning, a leap of faith, okay? So yeah, like I'm saying, like, you know, for some, again, this could be like literally right before you guys meet each other, but not triggered from when you guys meet each other, you know? Like, you may have been like atheist or agnostic, you know, whatever, your entire life, and then suddenly, like, you know, it could be maybe a couple of years before you meet them, a couple months before you meet them. I do feel like a very sudden energy with the Fool card, but it's like very suddenly you have this spiritual awakening, this enlightenment, okay? You or them or both, you know, this higher knowledge, this higher view. I'm getting just Pope energy, so some of you could just be, you know, from Europe. But obviously it doesn't be for everybody. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just getting a lot of religion here. Okay. It's like you definitely get guided from, you know, a higher self, higher knowledge, maybe even before you knew who it was. So it could be the type of deal where, you know, maybe your soulmate's higher self was talking to you years before, and then when you meet them, you just kind of feel like, oh, hey, it's you who that was, you know. But I can come back to this later. Let's just go to this part. So we have adjustment, the Judgment card, that's Libra energy, and we have the Seven of Wands, which is like conflict, defensiveness. Okay. Let's see. It's almost like this is your person. It's almost like your person kind of has like the mentality of a lawyer, you know, like literally with the whole justice part too. But like it's like they're able to shift the conversation so that they don't look bad. They can really manipulate a conversation, and that could be something that, like, you know, sometimes it's clever and savvy, and other times it's just manipulative, because I feel like this is the type of person, at least, you know, before you guys meet each other, I feel like this is the type of person where they use their charm to manipulate people, okay? It could be like somewhere in their chart, okay? Like, it's almost like they, you know, they play devil's advocate. They're like, they try to be like the level-headed person, or, you know, but then it's almost like when challenged or questioned, they just get very defensive and quippy sometimes, okay? I don't know why I'm kind of getting like a Libra in their Mars or Mercury placement, maybe. You know, with that kind of energy. Let's see what else. But like, yeah, you know how like lawyers kind of have that reputation for, like, you know, they're gonna lie, they're gonna say whatever just to make sure that their defendant, you know, is found innocent. They're gonna, like, they know everything, they have all like the answers, they have all the tricks up their sleeves, but they have to basically keep that from the audience. They have to keep it from the jury, okay? Your person could literally be in law school, okay? Like, they could be studying to be a lawyer, or again, they just have like that type of personality where like they could be a lawyer, you know? Like, again, it's like they're very persuasive. Like, I'm getting kind of like a sneaky fox, like, but again, that could be a fatal flaw of theirs, where it's like, okay, so you're able to manipulate people very easily. That's a little questionable. Okay, and this might be something they're gonna have to like let go of or at least tone down after they meet you, because I feel like it might be something that isn't really in their highest good. Okay. I'm gonna put my hand on this card and just try to feel some energy from this, or just like see what other messages I can get from this. it's almost like this person's eyes are closed. It's like this person can literally persuade and manipulate people with their eyes closed. It's almost like, but the way that they do it, it's like they want to make the other person feel like it was their idea, you know? Because it's like the arms are kind of like coming from behind this person and it's holding the sword. It's like letting someone else take control right now. Let's see. In general, this person could be a really good debater. Like, they might have even been like on like the debate team or something in like, you know, in school, high school, whatever. But yeah, it's almost like it's a very competitive nature I'm feeling. Okay, I thought my phone was vibrating. But yeah, it's a very competitive nature that they have. And let's see. I'm kind of feeling like in some ways it might be annoying because like they just get like just annoyingly defensive. It's like their roles are kind of reversed in that aspect from pile 1. They might be the person that like it's hard to get them to open up. It's hard to you know, because you know how like stereotypically like the Libra sign, it's just that they're very agreeable, they're kind of gullible, they always see the argument from both sides and they don't really have their own opinions, you know? I kind of feel like, yeah, this is the type of person where like on one hand they can be very manipulative, but at the same time it's like on the other hand they sometimes can't even make decisions for themselves, you know? It's very strange. It's like they kind of contradict themselves heavy. I'm actually going to pull a card for that. It's a complex individual. Thank you, Spirit. Tell us about this person. Explain this Judgment card and 7 of Wands for pile number 2's soulmate and how they are as a person. Okay, so you have Capricorn. It's in the reverse, so it's like the weaknesses of Capricorn. Let's see. Pessimistic, greedy, cynical, fearful, ruthless pursuit of goals, rigid, and miserly. Okay. So yeah, this person could kind of like do whatever they can just to get what they want. It's like they're the type of person, like they will die on the smallest hill. Like they will choose the smallest hill to die on just to win an argument or to prove a point. And it might be a little frustrating. It might be a trait about them that turns other people off, okay? It's like these little arguments that they do, this manipulation, of course, is like more for their own selfish gain. And yeah, I do feel like this is kind of how their personality is before they meet you, okay? But that might, again, that might be something they're gonna have to change. You know, that's gonna be something they're gonna have to work on. I feel like even when you guys meet each other, it might be kind of frustrating just trying to talk to this person because they might be the type of person where like they treat it like it's a game. And like they make it more complicated than it needs to be. Like instead of just talking to you or expressing their feelings or whatever, they just try to find a way to counteract sharing their own feelings, or you know, it's like they just want to act like it's a competition of like who can fold first, and it's like it's not always like that. Okay, I feel like for you, so Princess of Wands in the reverse, and the 2 of Swords. Alright, let's see. Wow, that's actually really funny. So the Princess of Wands in the upright, it's like, it's very courageous energy. I feel like it's in the reverse. It's funny because I feel like your person has the cockiness for the both of you. And I feel like on your end, you don't really start off that courageous. You know, I feel like a very timid energy, very shy. It's like you kind of dull your fire. You might be very opinionated and strong-willed in your head, but I feel like when it comes to expressing yourself, it's like you're not a confrontational person, and you're not really one to make an argument because you feel like your argument could quickly get debunked, and you don't want to look like an idiot, you know? I feel like with the Two of Swords, you're the type of person, at least before you met them, you're the type of person who, like, you have trouble making up your mind. You don't know what you want, you know? You're very indecisive, okay? All three different ways to say the same thing. But yeah, yeah, it's like, I honestly, like, I'm kind of seeing right now what's gonna happen when you guys do meet each other, considering that, you know, you're soulmates. I feel like you're both going to teach each other how, you know, your own ways, okay? Like, you guys are gonna be each other's mentor, okay? And that's where the Hierophant card can come in. So it's like where this person is, you know, has this charming energy about them, and they, you know, they always have an answer. They're very quick on their feet. They're very witty and sometimes very manipulative. And then you're like not that confident. You're not that courageous of a person. You don't like confrontation. You can't make up your mind. If someone were to start an argument with you about something, you would easily agree with them. Maybe like you'd be too afraid to counter their argument because, you know, you just don't want to be in an argument. I feel like this person is going to teach you to kind of stick up for yourself a little bit more and be a little more, you know, a little more confident in yourself, and then vice versa, because you seem to be a little more like grounded, like a little more muted here. You might teach them to be a little more humble, okay? So yeah, it's like you guys are both teaching each other something, like, okay, like I said, both being each other's mentors. And I feel like it's gonna be a thing where it's not, you know, it's not something that happens like purposely, like, oh, welcome to the class of me, I'm gonna teach you how to be like me. No, it's gonna be like, you know, it's gonna be something that just happens, you know, like it's not really intentional. It's just, you know, once you're around each other, or you see how the other works, and like you're so intrigued by the other person, you're just like, how do they do that? Because it's almost like, you might look at them and be like, oh my god, this person is so cocky, they seem so manipulative, all that stuff like that I said, and you might kind of be like, oh my god, like how can you be like that? But then at the same time, you're like, this is a person that they get what they want, like they really get what they want, and I never get what I want. Maybe I should kind of take a page out of their book. And then they might look at you and be like, this person lets everyone, you know, walk all over them, they don't know what they want, they're so indecisive, but they're humble, they're likable, people love them, you know, like maybe I don't have to make everything an argument, you know. So I feel like, you know, you're both gonna see how the other person goes about their life, and you know, again, I'm just getting like a lot of Mercury / Mars, you know, just like communication stuff. You guys are both just gonna see how the other person acts in their day-to-day life, how they communicate, how they interact with other people, and then like you're gonna be intrigued, and then you're just gonna start taking each other's mannerisms, so then it kind of balances each other out, okay, with the whole adjustment with the scales, like yeah, it's like I feel like they're going to tone down their argumentative nature, and, you know, and be a little more humble like you, and then you will learn how to be a little more confident like them, and then together, both of you, you know, having like a healthy mix of each other's personalities will end up being like really great people to be around, and then together a very strong, powerful couple, you know, that's fair, it's honest and fair, you know, and helpful, and again, very grounded and humble, but confident. You know, I feel like it's a very yin and yang energy, which is also on this card. It's like right at the crown. There's a yin and yang. So that's nice. Yeah, everything I just said, that's gonna be like the during, you know, like after you guys meet each other right before union, this is gonna be something it's gonna be like a, you know, a transformation for both of you. You guys are both gonna take each other's mannerisms and, you know, because it's like right now or before you guys meet each other, if this was past tense, you guys are both on the opposite ends of two extremes, and then you kind of meet in the middle for the better, okay? Like personality wise, how you approach things, all that, okay? Like this could be explained if you look up your synastry chart with your person. Okay, it could say something like, oh, person A really encourages person B to be more confident, and person B teaches person A to be more humble and gregarious and all that stuff. You know? Gracious, whatever. Okay, so anyway. So we have the Knight of Swords and the King of Pentacles on its side for when you guys do come into union. Okay. What I'm saying, I'm just getting a lot of like intellect here. Like it's like a very intellectual situation going on. Here, let me. Thank you, Spirit. Let's explain the Knight of Swords and the King of Pentacles on its side for when pile number 2 and their soulmate come into union. Okay, we have 4th house origins and Sagittarius. Okay. Let's look at Sag real quick. So it's in the reverse. So the weakness of Sagittarius is gluttonous, lazy, restless, irresponsible, blindly optimistic, and tactless. Now that does kind of make sense with the Knight of Swords, because you know the Knight of Swords is like I said, quippy. That's my word of the day, I guess, quippy. But they can be a little too blunt. So it's funny because it's definitely gonna be a lot of thick skin in this connection, because I feel like when you guys come together, you guys are gonna be very blunt with each other. Like again, like I said, it's gonna be something where like you learn from each other. But I feel like in the very beginning, when you guys come together, again, you know, you're gonna be like, hey, you seem like a really selfish person or whatever. Like, yeah, you seem like a really manipulative person. You're very argumentative. You always have to argue about everything. It's so annoying, whatever. And then they're gonna be like, well, what about you? You don't argue at all. Like you're so unconfrontational. You let people walk all over you like a welcome mat, whatever. And it's gonna be like you guys are just very blunt, okay? Because I feel like that's just the way how you guys were brought up, okay? You guys are both brought up differently. You guys have different upbringings, different origins, okay? So, like different cultures even, okay? Yeah, definitely different cultures. Which is funny because earlier I was like, oh, maybe same religion. You could still have the same religion, but I feel like, again, your family lifestyle, how you guys are, like definitely, I feel like this person maybe was raised in a family where like they always had to stick up for themselves, or you know, or maybe you know, like they could say whatever they want to get themselves out of trouble, you know, like whatever, again, in kind of a manipulative way, and you're this more shy, you know, I want to say sheltered person, you know. And let's see, burping. Some confirmations. Let's look at the King of Pentacles. Wow, that's actually really funny. Because it's on its side, it's reading both the top and the bottom, and again, it's like, In the upright, the King of Pentacles can talk about, like, you know, very secure, abundant, grounded, you know, all that energy. And then in the reverse, it's like domineering and controlling. So like I said, there's gonna be like this there's gonna be this little balance in between like you know, being walked all over and just being controlling. Okay, you guys, it's definitely a learning thing. Like, I feel like that's something you guys are really gonna have to learn from each other. When you guys come together, you're gonna learn how to not be two ends of the extremes, like I said, like I keep saying. Whew. I feel like a lot of communication here. Just kind of figuring out how the other person ticks and why they do the things that they do, okay, on both ends. Okay, definitely a lot of themes of change, okay, with Pluto. A lot of transformations here. And that's Scorpio energy. And then we have, that's pretty. But yeah, so we have waxing crescent, full moon, and waning crescent. Let's look at that. So waxing crescent is setting intentions and planting a seed for what you want to accomplish during the cycle. Full moon is receive the gifts of past intentions, begin to look inward, not out. Okay, so making intentions, receiving gifts from those intentions. And then waning crescent, surrender, a time for recuperation and rest. So yeah, setting intention, receiving intentions, and then resting, okay? And then yeah, transformation with the Pluto card. Those could be heavy themes with this connection you have with your soulmate. You know, from when you meet to when you finally come to union and then thereafter, okay? I feel like surrendering of your ways, you know, like the negative aspects where like it hinders you, again, they could use a little more of your humbleness and you could use a little more of their confidence and selfishness, just a little bit, you know? And then together it's balanced, because look at how symmetrical this is. Look how balanced that is. I feel like you guys are really going to balance each other out, okay? And what a lovely way, you know? Definitely a balancing connection, okay? So, yeah, even like how those cards, there's a lot of symmetry here. So much balance. All right, so, well, thank you, pile number 2. So, again, a lot of learning experience and just like, you know, learning from each other just in your day-to-day life to better yourselves, okay? Not just like on a soulful way, but like in a physical, personal way, okay? I feel like those are definitely your themes for you and your soulmate, okay? Well, let's move on to pile number 3. For those of you who chose pile number 3, the purple bracelet. Let's see. Right before you meet your soulmate, right after meeting them, and then during union, what's gonna kind of come into play here. So we have wealth in the reverse, the 10 of discs, the magician, strength, which is the 9 of wands in the reverse, queen of chalices in the reverse, okay, clarifier cards, we have 8 of wands, nice, 2 of wands in the reverse, 9 of cups, okay, so 9, 9, and the magician again. And then the themes, we have second house value in the reverse, waxing gibbous, and lunar eclipse. All right. So, what could be going on in both of your, you know, lives separately before you guys meet each other? This section right here. So, plain and simple, some money issues could be happening, okay? I feel like it's home related, maybe for both of you, maybe just one of you, but whoever's, whichever side, if it's not both, it's really strong, and I feel like it's going to definitely play a role in this situation. Like, you know, maybe one of you, you know, just again has financial issues in the home before you guys meet each other. I feel like also moving, okay? One or both of you could be moving to different houses, just traveling somewhere else, okay? Due to money issues, maybe. Like, maybe you initially, okay, either, you know, your family, you know, you move from house to house, maybe renting, or, you know, maybe you lost a house like that, family sold a house. For others of you, you could have, like, had a pretty well-off family, pretty wealthy, because, like, you notice how when I dropped the card and then I turned it back, it was in the upright, so, you know, you came from a pretty wealthy family, you had a nice home, but then something happened, you moved, you know, maybe like faltering wealth, so you had to move to a different house, okay, and I feel like that's somehow going to impact this connection, just moving, okay, so pay attention to that, moving homes. Now let's look at them. So the Magician and the Two of Wands in the reverse. I feel like before meeting you, because this is them, I feel like before meeting you, they could be like a master manifester. Like, they really can, they can accomplish really anything, but they probably don't know this yet because we have the Two of Wands in the reverse. It's almost like they don't really know what direction they're going into, but if they really wanted to manifest literally anything, they totally could, okay? This is a different deck, so I just want to see what else this deck says about the Magician, because it's a little bit different than my other deck. Okay, so willpower, activity, impulse, self-direction, and manifestation. So yeah, it's like this person has a lot of motivation and self-direction before they meet you, but it's like they don't know. It's almost like they don't know where to begin. They could be like a jack of all trades, you know, like they have many talents, and they literally just don't know which one that they want to hone in on. Because like look at that, you know, you have the cups, you have the wands, the swords, the pentacles, like you have all of it. They literally have everything that they want basically, but they don't know what they want to hone in on, okay? So they could be a very talented person, they could be very smart, they could be just very skilled at many things, whether it's artistic or math or science or, you know, business savvy, whatever, but like, you know, they're very knowledgeable in many different things, but they literally they don't know what they want to focus their life on. So this could be more like career, you know, like not just like a hobby, but it's like they're trying to think, which one of these do I want to make like for a living, which one of these do I want to make a career? I don't know. Like very indecisive, like they don't have a plan basically, okay? And honestly, this whole, like, you know, moving houses, it could apply to them, you know, like maybe again, like if they come from like a pretty wealthy family, they probably didn't really have to worry that much about what they wanted to do with their lives because they could just rely on their family, rely on their parents, whatever. But then maybe a sudden shift forced them to be independent sooner and be out on their own, so now they're just like, shit, I need a plan, I don't know what to do, okay? And we'll come back to that. So looking at you, we have 9 and 9. 9 of Wands, strength in the reverse. 9 of Cups, Sagittarius for the 9 of Wands. I'm getting a similar vibe here just with the 9 of Cups, because like that's, you know, that's like a wish fulfillment. That's also like a form of manifestation card to me, okay? But like, I don't know. It's almost like the opposite here, which is actually really funny. It's like, while they really have the power to manifest whatever they want, they don't know what they want. And I feel like for you, you do know what you want, but you don't know how to manifest. It's like, you know what I mean? Let's see. Because it's like wish fulfillment. So it's like you have a good idea of what you want to do with your life before you meet this person, but at the same time, you're not really sure where to begin. Okay, there could be something kind of hindering you from it. You could be afraid to take the next step. Okay, like a little bit of a defensive, paranoid energy with the Nine of Wands in the reverse. It's like lacking that willpower, lacking that strength. Okay, because again, like this and this together kind of means that, basically, but with also this, again, very similar. It's like they have the power, you have the ideas, okay? And that might be really important and come into play because, like, yeah, they can literally make anything happen, but they don't know what they want to invest themselves into. And you have so many ideas, you have so many things that you want for yourself, but you don't know how to get started. It's like they have leverage, they have like the upper hand. Again, it could be that they're wealthier, you know, or more privileged than you are, you know, stuff like that. You could be like in a more oppressed group than they are, you know. So it's like, even if this person was completely talentless, which I don't think that they are, but let's just say if they were, they literally could get whatever they wanted. Meanwhile, you have to work twice as hard just to get to half of what they could just get with the snap of a finger, okay? Like, I'm like getting, like, your person, for instance, could be white, and you could be, you know, you could be a person of color, you know, you could be black, Hispanic, Asian, whatever, you know. But yeah, I'm just getting that your person, like, they have more power, okay? But what I'm feeling is because they have the power and you have the ideas, I feel like what's gonna happen is, like, when you guys do meet each other, you might work on a project together. Again, you might have similar interests as one another, and I feel like together you guys get things done very fast. You guys move fast. It's gonna be like a really quick moving energy here, okay? Like a lot of inspiration here, bouncing off each other's ideas, okay? And the TV in the background, I just heard her say, "That's a great idea." So yeah, yeah, I feel like it's almost like you guys, you know, you could start off as like business partners, or again, like if you have similar interests, maybe you start a little business together or a creative project together, or, you know, you just come together just in a romantic sense or a platonic sense, and then you guys just bounce ideas off of each other. Because it's like, yeah, it's like they don't really know where to begin. They don't have the direction, like, physically to actually do something, but, like, you know, but once they figure out what they actually want to spend their time on, they can just do it, and then it's done, and everything's taken care of. Whereas for you, you can't really do that. You don't have the power to really make it happen on your own, but you have a lot of ideas. I feel like you're a very innovative person. You have a lot of wishes, and I also feel like it's a humanitarian type of way too, where it's like it's for the greater good. It's not just some, you know, some selfish thing. You know, like I feel like it's like you want to really help people, make a difference. You know. So, like, I feel like together this could be like a higher calling. When both of you guys get together, this is what you'll kind of accomplish together. Okay? And now let's look at, like, when you actually come into union, you know. So we have the Queen of Chalices in the reverse and the Magician card. Look at that real quick. Honestly, I feel like the way how it's coming out, it's just reiterating the same thing I just said. So this is, again, a strong theme of what's going to happen when you guys meet each other, and then, like, when you guys come into union. Like, I feel like this might be one of the very few type of soulmates where, like, the second you meet them, you actually do come together. Like, it might not be this really long wait, okay? Like, it might not be like a twin flame, it's just like a soulmate, okay? Whether you guys start off platonic, you know, and you're just around each other, or you're business partners or something, I feel like the second you guys come together, you'll be like, oh hey, I can make anything happen, but I don't have any ideas. Oh hey, I have a lot of ideas, but I can't make things happen. Hey, let's work together. You know. And the ideas and making stuff happen is a very broad concept. It could literally be about anything, that not just like whatever little small creative project you're thinking about. It could also have to do with, you know, literally just coming together and starting a family or just getting married or whatever, you know, whatever. But yeah, because it's saying for union. The reason why I was like, this is saying the same thing. The Queen of Chalices in the upright for this particular deck, it's saying like creativity, imagination, ideas, but it is in the reverse. And then the Magician is always going to be willpower and making things happen and manifesting things. So again, I feel like it's just saying, like, you know, one person has the ideas, but they can't make it happen. The other person can make anything happen, but they don't always have ideas. And I feel like you guys are really going to complement each other like that, because you'll have the ability to make a lot of really cool things, okay? Like I said, it could be humanitarian. It could be things that really help other people. It could just be a creative thing. Like, maybe you guys are both creative people. Maybe you're a songwriter or an artist, a filmmaker, an actor, you know. Keep in mind I'm a film major, so of course I always immediately relate things to the arts, but for you guys it could literally be anything else. It doesn't have to just be art related, it could be anything. A coding project, you know, like for making a website, or some type of fundraiser, donation thing, a social network, you know, whatever creative project you guys want to start together. I feel like it's like you guys might just have like a business together, okay? And I feel like you guys will work really well together. That's interesting. That's very interesting how that decided to come up. Of all cards, of all different messages, that decided to come up. So yeah, like your soulmate could be, like I said, a business partner, you know, someone you meet in that type of setting. Maybe you meet through traveling. Again, someone could be moving, or just in general. There could be like a little bit of a loss of wealth before you guys meet each other. And then that could just be alluding to like when you guys come together. Maybe you'll be very successful together. And then we have the second house, which is value. And this is like personal value and how other people see you. It's like reputations, okay? Let's see what else. Make sure I'm not missing anything else. So yeah, it's just finances, possessions, self-worth, like I said. Lending and borrowing, okay? And it is in the reverse. So yeah, because it's in the reverse, I feel like this is definitely something that is gonna happen when you guys actually come together. But for right now, you know, before you guys meet, or, you know, before you guys officially come together, there will be some financial setbacks, you know. But I feel like when you guys come together and you guys, you know, basically put both heads together, you're gonna be very successful, and I feel like you're gonna have a great reputation, a great, you know, self-worth, and just, you know, a lot of finances coming your way. Just, it's like you guys are like a power couple together, okay? Now we have the lunar eclipse, which I believe is like setting a clean slate. Yeah, so it's deep transformation and sudden change. So like I'm saying, you know, where finances could have been a little weird at first, this is gonna be like a sudden change. It's gonna be like an overnight success when you guys come together. Like, seriously, it's like not only are you guys like, you know, soulmates, but like it's like you guys are gonna put something out into the world that's going to make you very reputable. Like, literally, it could be anything. It could be art, it could be the latest technology, whatever, but I feel like when you guys come together, it's going to be something really big. Like, for some of you, it could even lead to like fame, okay? It's gonna be very sudden, okay? With that 8 of Wands especially, it's just a lot of fast movement. And then the waxing gibbous, where is it? Okay. Observe and align your hopes with the universe and build momentum. Okay, so it's like reach for the stars. Like, anything's possible, I feel like, with this connection. Like, you really can manifest whatever you want with this connection, okay? So just like be wary of that. Be aware, because it's like, yeah, again, I feel like it won't apply to literally every single person, but I feel like there might be some future celebrities happening with this pile, you know, in literally any way. Like I said, it could be humanitarian. Like maybe you travel to different countries and you build houses, or, you know, you figure out a way to get, you know, clean water, you know, to different places, or, you know, you make a lot of really creative things. Maybe you make beautiful songs together, or, you know, you make a film together, or you just make like lovely art, sell the art, you know, because who doesn't love art? Literature, you know, like maybe one of you is a really good writer and this other person can publish a book for you, and like, you know, you reach a lot of people. But I feel like whatever it is going to increase your finances and your self-worth when you guys come together, okay? So I feel like whoever this pile is for, you know, you're probably, hopefully glad that, you know, because these, you know, these readings are like wild cards, you know, like, this isn't necessarily going into like the full-on romantic connection, but straight up, like, you guys are a power couple when you come together. But either way, the question is when you meet your soulmate. So either way, you know this person is your soulmate, but this isn't focusing too much on the lovey-dovey aspects, but flat out, like, you know, not only are you soulmates, but you're business partners. You guys can make things happen, okay? So, wow. Like, damn. If that resonated with you, just comment down below, let me know. Alright, so thank you, pile number 3. That was fun. If you like the reading, you can get a personal reading. It'll be in my description, the link to my website. Let me know. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time, okay?